Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so for the fourth fucking time, excuse my language, I'm not trying to curse. I'm really not trying to, but I'm doing this video because my computer's been acting up for the fourth freaking time trying to recap this Claressa Shields fight. So here we go again. So Claressa Shields gets a fourth round TKO over Szilvia Szabados, whatever her name is, from Hungary, former world title challenger, 15-7, I believe, something like that. Now, Claressa Shields, there were a lot of things that were good in this fight that she did, but there are also a lot of things with anybody with two fights, whether that be men or women's boxing. You know, there were some things she's definitely got to work on. So we'll start with the positives. The positives, she came out and she showed the ability to land her punches with accuracy, whether it was the straight right, counter right, left hook, right hand of the body. She was landing a lot of punches. The only punch she really didn't have a ton of success with, ironically, was her jab, and that's going to take more experience and being more comfortable in the pro ranks to get more comfortable with the jab. But she's still a good fighter. She also showed great positional awareness. Like if she would be close with the Hungarian girl, she'd always knew where to move her head, where her hands were, and she'd always win those little battles on the inside, and that kind of set up her punches. So I thought she did a good job there. I would just say for me, one thing I would have liked to see Claressa Shields, because I have seen her spar before in person at the Fifth Street Gym, and I noticed that she does have good foot speed. When I watched her fight, she showed me good foot speed from the times I watched her spar, and she didn't necessarily utilize that foot speed. And I would have liked to have seen her use her foot speed a lot more with this girl, because she was hurting this girl with a lot of shots, and her legs were unstable. So with that being said, she could have used her foot speed to step around her and create new punching angles and get her out of there earlier. But she'll learn that as she continues to learn the pro game with more experience. That comes with time. So that's probably really it. Now it's shout out to her. She had a good performance. She had a good showing in front of her hometown fans. I hope the people in Detroit enjoy watching her, their hometown hero, fight. And hopefully she can bring more boxing to Detroit, because it's a great fight town, and some of the best boxers of all time have come from Detroit. So, shout out to Detroit. But as far as what's next for Claressa, she did express to me at the WBC convention in Florida, in Hollywood, which is close to Miami, in December. She told me that she wants to fight for a world title by her fourth fight. Now, she can definitely do that because she's that talented to do that, and there's definitely some good options for her. One fight I do know that she told me that she's interested in, and I had the video on my channel, was her and Christina Hammer. Christina Hammer, talented German middleweight, very talented, equally attractive, and that'd be a great fight, man. I would like to see it. I think it'd be a tough fight for Claressa because Hammer is very experienced. She's taller than her. She, like I said, would not be starstruck or befuddled with any of the skills Claressa brings to the table. So I think that could be a good fight for Claressa. And another fight, and this is just me kind of spitballing here, would be, and I don't know, because I heard on Showtime that Claressa can get down in weight as low as 154 pounds. So I'll have to ask this myself next time I talk to her. But if she can get down that low in weight, which I think would benefit her foot speed, I would like to see her fight Szilvia Szabados, the welterweight undisputed women's champion, the only undisputed champion in all boxing, whether that be men or women's. I think that'd be a good fight because you have Claressa Shields, who's the only two-time gold medalist in women's boxing history, fighting Szilvia Szabados, the only undisputed champion in boxing period right now, and on top of that, arguably the best women's boxer of all time. So I think that'd be a great fight down the road as Claressa gets more experience, and that probably should be something they look into. But overall, a good performance. She just needs to learn, and she will as time goes on. She kind of complained about getting hit in the head in the clinches. She'll get stronger. She'll get more used to the rounds. She'll get more used to the no headgear, and she'll get used to that with time. Because in the pro ranks, they let you kind of get away with more in the clinches than they do in the amateurs. And on top of that, it's more of it's the hurt business. It's a business. It's the hurt business. So the amateur game is, if the amateur game is hit and don't get hit, the pro game is hurt and don't get hurt. And she kind of already has it. She has that dog in her, as most Detroit fighters do. But she's gonna learn that more and more as she spends time in the professional boxing ring. So, shout out to Claressa Shields. She gets the fourth round TKO. Other girl was tough. She tried. She smothered her power. She went into survival mode after the first round, and she the fight became more about her surviving and going around to Claressa rather than her winning. She was coming in, trying to cut the distance, smothering a lot of Claressa's power, and she was tough, man. She really never went to the canvas. It was an accumulation stoppage that the ref had to step in and stop the fight. It wasn't like her getting dropped or nothing like that. So the other girl was tough. She didn't have anything else really. She didn't have any skills, any like top level skills, something like that to match up with Claressa. But she did have toughness. So I got to give the other girl credit for that. But Claressa put together 2 good wins. Out of all the rounds she's fought, she only really lost 1 round, which was to the other girl she fought, who was like the 8-time amateur champion, whatever her name was, Cruz, from Washington D.C. They were amateur rivals, and that fight was really exciting. And Claressa only lost 1 round against her. I think it was 3 rounds to 1 for Claressa. So she's won I believe 7 out of the 8 rounds she's fought or whatever it is. So she's on a good path, and they're gonna have to. It's gonna be hard to find her top opponents because women's boxing is not like men's boxing. We have a deep pool of talent. So hopefully they can find her a good opponent and maybe build her up to a Christina Hammer fight, because that is a good fight for her, and if she can win it, it would do a lot for her. But can't really say anything too bad about Claressa's performance. It's just a lot of things that I saw in there tonight were things she's got to improve on, and they take time to learn as you enter the pro boxing ranks. And some people never really transition from amateur to pro. Like if you look at Amir Khan never made that transition as an amateur to pro, and he has 30 plus fights. He's exciting to watch, but he still has a very amateur style. And so that's going to be the big thing. Can she make that transition? And if she can make it, how smooth will it be? Because sometimes you might make that transition from amateur to pro, but it may not be a smooth transition. You might have to take a couple losses or maybe get knocked down a couple times. So maybe she might have to go through that. But regardless of the fact she went in there tonight, she got the win, and she looked rather impressive doing it. There's just some technical things she needs to work on, and I'm sure she will, and she will get better over time and be one of the best ambassadors for women's boxing you could ever ask for. So let me know what you guys think. Claressa Shields gets the 4th round TKO in her Showtime fight, her network television debut. Leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dang It. So until next time, take care, guys.